A man went to an interview wearing dirty clothes. There were still smudges of unfinished paint on his face. Everyone in the room was surprised to see him. The boss's eyes clearly showed his displeasure. But the man spoke without hesitation. Last night, I was stopped at the police station because I couldn't pay a fine. I didn't have time to change my clothes. The boss, trying to lighten the mood, asked jokingly, "So what if you showed up here without even a shirt? What should I think then?" The man smiled and replied, "Then you'd probably think I must own a really great pair of pants." The boss laughed, and just like that, the interview was over. The man got the internship, but the real struggle was only beginning. The internship was unpaid. How was he going to feed his son? Still, after thinking hard, he decided not to give up this opportunity. He came in first every morning. He finished 8 hours of work in 5, so he could pick up his son from school on time. The manager often gave him trouble, handing him petty tasks like fetching coffee, but he never complained. One day, he was told to meet an important client, but he had to get there in 20 minutes. On the way, he ran into that same manager, and by the time he arrived, he was too late. His problems only grew worse. The machine he'd been working on broke down, and no one wanted to buy it anymore. He couldn't even afford to pay his rent. Eventually, the landlord threw him and his son out. They wandered the streets, homeless. That night, he thought about sleeping in a train station restroom, but someone started knocking on the door. He covered his son's ears and kicked the door shut. Tears filled his eyes. Hard times can break even the strongest people. Yet the next morning, he still showed up to work. At night, his son slept in a homeless shelter. When everyone else went to bed, the man sat alone, repairing the broken machine. During the day, he worked like a madman, and in the evenings, he'd rush back early so he could get a bed before the shelter filled up. His persistence and patience finally brought him to the final test. He completed his exam first and handed it in. As he was about to leave, the boss stopped him and asked, "Could you lend me $5 for rent?" That $5 was all the man had left, but he gave it anyway. Later, he went to the hospital and sold his blood. With that money, he bought another machine and a light bulb.